know say the champion, and Spagga Benz represent for the Reggae Boyz, and know say a big event. In a national stadium, some boy, a little team over there, so them better lay down and play them. I say, gonna we a step out with a big star there, man like Demari Gray, large up yourself. You don't know the things there, see it? With them up on a long chat, you don't know, say I slap up them nets like that, you know. Bobby Reid, Boyz, man like Damian Lowe, Leon Bailey, the star, them for know. Ready for them, you know? Them better know. We tell them it's a them bad team over there, so I'm a bad team over here. So Reggae Boyz stay over here, so we not afraid of no one. And anything for happen, I go happen. And if it happen, them fi know say Reggae Boyz, we are the champion. And bad team over there, so them on a bad team over here. So Reggae Boyz stay over here, so ever ready for the world. Fight you over buckle, any obstacle we tackle. When make we feel check, no Reggae Boy we score first car. We are not troublemaker, but we are gonna be the fire setter. Any hour that our team prefer. Boy full of words like them on newspaper.
Yeah, man, checking in, people, checking in as the World Cup fever is right around the corner. And respect to everyone that's joining up. Yeah, massive my support to everyone out there supporting the channel. Yeah, you don't know, so I'm not the consumer. Yeah, I'm there every day once I turn on the light bulb. Yeah, so you have to respect and respect the people, who just find out about the channel. You know what to do already. You get what I say? Don't leave without make that subscribe button. Click up. You get what I say? I like up the button. People, remember, when you check in, just like up the video. Really appreciate that. You get what I say? Really appreciate that. But the time is here, people. The time is here. Everyone anticipate about the squad. Everyone is having their own little talk, who is supposed to in, who's supposed to out. But you don't know, everybody now have the same opinion. And you have to respect everybody's opinion and the squad. You get what I say? And foremost, we have to respect the coach. We have to respect the coach of whatever he gave us. We are the fans. You don't know the fans are going to always have them like a 50-50 say, who are going to disagree with the coach, who are going to agree with the coach. But one thing, after all the talking finish, you get what I say? Once it's time, once it's match day, we have to stand up and rally behind the players them. You don't know. We give the players them a different energy, the fans them out there. You get what I say? So yeah, man, we have to get behind this team. We have to get behind this team. It doesn't matter where the players are coming from, locally or abroad. You get what I say? I want Jamaica, I want 876, I want Ireland. You get what I say? Black, green, and gold, power hard. So we have to wear that proud. You get what I say? So we're up on a journey, and the journey starts June 6th. That's when the journey starts. That's next week, Thursday. So you don't know who can make it. Who can make it. Just don't say tune in on the TV or tune in wherever you can watch the game. Yeah. So we have to give this team the 100 support. You get what I say? I know say a lot of the people that critique, the coach himself, critique some players that's in the squad. And then the idea, once that whistle blow and the first minute go off in that game, everybody forget their thoughts. Everybody forget about what happened in that press conference or whatever happened when that squad announced. You get what I say? So, it's just one of them things. It's just the fans, The fans are always have some whole lot of things to say. I hope the players, again, can understand that, look, fans will always be fans. The media will always be the media, The social media space, you have a space for everybody, so just the players have to understand, say, yo, everybody are going to come down at one time and just give their honest opinion. But, look, people, I don't have a problem, with this squad, to be honest. I really don't have a problem. It's not the best. It's not the best. We all know that it's not the best, but I really don't have a problem. I see these players can create damage. And I see if we play, to our potential, and all these, we know these players are fully equipped with a lot of skills. You get what I say? It should be a win-win. It should be a win-win, but we don't know what the opponent going to come with. But at the end of the day, we can't really just look at the opponent alone. We have to look at ourselves and know, look, if the players them know not believing in themselves, I don't know who them want to believe in themselves. And if these players want Coach Admiral Grimson to motivate them, I don't think these players need motivation. Just the name alone, the competition that them are playing, World Cup qualifier to go to the big stage, yeah? Just to go to the big stage, you don't need any motivation. No whatsoever motivation. So I think that that's one of the last things these players will also need motivation to play for their country. Once you get on that flight and you're heading to that destination, wherever the Reggae Boy is going to play, is it locally in the office or it's abroad somewhere in the region of the CONCACAF? Once you hear that national anthem, once you hear the World Cup anthem, the fever, once you step on the opposition home turf, say a danger, say a war zone you're going to, because it might sound realistic with these 3 spots, but at the end of the day, everybody want these 3 spots, and it's just us. You get me? I say, even if the big dogs, were here and all of us were fighting for that 3 spots and that little player spot, it would have still be the same priority, and the main priority is to get in 2026. That's the dream. Yeah. Many of us, supporting this team, the Reggae Boys, don't even remember what it's like in 1998. I was a boy, I don't even remember not even a second of it. So, a lot of us, the 90s babies, would love to experience that again. So, so that's why it's very important, to get behind this team, as we are going. Trust me, believe it, we are going to the next World Cup. Yeah, that's the thinking, that's the logic you have to have, because you see the energy. Energy is a very strong thing. Energy is a thing that it's like Wi-Fi. They help me. I say it's like Wi-Fi. A lot of times that you think on certain things and say, I might not run upon a person here. I never call them after tomorrow. Sometimes them think that energy. You get me? I say, so them same energy can pass down to the players and from the pitch and get behind them and come out. We need the support. Come out June 6th. June 6th is going to be massive. That's where, the journey start for us. That's when the journey start for us. June 6th. And then what want to happen after? We just know. So after June 6th, the big campaign start. That's when the big campaign start, World Cup qualifier, Scopa, Nations League in it, and also World Cup going to be in the mixture. So we have so many tournaments that we're going to play in between these World Cup qualifier games, but in the idea we have to say World Cup, and that's where we want to go. But who saw my videos and stuff like that will know that, look, I have no bias when it comes on to a national team. Whenever it doesn't matter if Al Grimson, it doesn't matter if it was Stopper, if it was Schaefer, it was Paul All, it doesn't matter. Once the squad pick, 100 behind the team. Yeah, I might disagree with some of the selections I've made, but I'm not going to burn a big fire about them players are supposed to be in it. I can say my piece like, yo, why is this player is in it, and what about that player? Why he's not in it? That's why I probably would critique, but you're not going to see. Once the squad name, we can't change it. There's nothing we can do about it. So that's why I'm saying just get behind it and support the movement. But I would just love to hear a press conference, about many different things. Yeah, many different things. Just like, the build up to the Nations League semi-final. I would love to hear, something. I just don't think, that interview that the coach done, earlier this morning on the radio. I grasped a few stuff around it, but some of the stuff that I would love to hear, because he didn't name the squad. Yeah, he didn't name the squad on that interview. It's after then everything published. So I would love to know a little bit of the inside outs of the players. I know they put out a few players that also injured, but maybe just give the press, give the press something to talk about and ask questions, so they can pick the coach brain. Yeah. 1 second, the people. I don't know. I'm not seeing the comment. Yeah, I'm not seeing the comment right now. I don't know what happened, but I'm not seeing the comment. Let's see if I can go on my phone and look if I can see the comment, but I'm not seeing the comment on the platform at this point. So that's what I'm trying to sort out. So yeah, so I'm seeing the comments. I'm not seeing it on the screen that I'm, doing the visual alpha, but I'm doing it, on this phone. But Jake Drummond, big up yourself, Kevin Barrett, Bronx, my son is watching. Yeah, Chorus, big up yourself, Dean Fraser, I don't know, man, but it's a massive support. Big up everybody in the chat. Yeah, King Robert, big up yourself. But look, I have picked a few stuff, but before I go into that, I was talking about the press conference. I would love, like, I just don't like the start of the preparation. You get what I say? I just don't like the start of the overall preparation of how things really started out. We saw news broke, with the National Stadium and the lighting, the feel, I just don't like all of this, that's really surrounding the football and then the squad. It took a while before it even published. That's not really my I would say that was not bothering me, just because the squad name a little bit late, but you would love to see everything goes a little bit sail smooth. The fans, them have done, the federation have to remember that the fans are one of the number one consumers. Without the fans, sometimes there's no product to sell to the company that want to market the football. You get me? I say so. We have to make sure so we deliver things like that appropriate, so the fans can be a lot more digest. You know what I'm saying? So many fake things going around. They don't have any stamp on that, but you would like to see stuff move a little bit more smoothly. When I really look at outside the box, outside of this continent, there's a lot of international teams that everything is just moving smooth sailing right through. And this is one of the things that a lot of people beat down on the JFF about, not just the JFF, but the organizers of Jamaican football. Yeah, whatever is JPL or whatever, sometimes preparation can be a little bit lean, and in terms of it's not accurate, it's not going according to plans, it's not moving fast as possible. But I hope everything can really iron out, seeing that the Reggae Boy shirt is a little bit crushed. So sorry, hope they can get some iron and run some steam, metal on that and straighten out everything. But I want to see things a little bit more better. You get me? So hopefully it can be done. But what I have to say about 1 second, the people. 1 second. Yeah. So I'm saying that preparation of it are the key, because remember the last World Cup qualifier, it wasn't a good look. You hear what I say? It wasn't a good look, the last World Cup qualifier. So, and because most of it down to preparation, but you could say the COVID was all around it, and it just didn't went down well. So I hope everything can really goes according to plan. But yeah, but the 6 people, the 6 local based players them that's in around the squad. Come on, let's support them. Don't really beat down on them too hard. That's not their decision. And a for them decision to put themselves in the team. The coaching staffs have select those players. You hear what I say? So we have said it over and over. Yes, the JPL, standard is not up to the level of the different leagues around the regions. You get what I say? We understand that, but we have players that can play at the highest level in the local football. It's just that sometimes all it need is just a chance. Yeah, all it need is just a chance. Sometimes. All it need is just a chance sometimes for players to get that opportunity. And guess what? It's down now to those local players. Yeah, not just secure the bag if you get the opportunity, you're going to run it, but at least, get a lot of stuff from what you're going to learn in these 2 games. They don't really get in around these type of scenario very often. But I want to tell you, second round of World Cup qualifier, it's something that's usually even happen, but it's just that the level of where, the Jamaican football federation and the squad is at this moment, especially the squad, the players that's we have the selective pool, it's higher than the regular squads that, in the past. So I see that's why, a lot of people might, have the little criticism about the local players, but we have to just make sure that look, these young players, they're very young. Alex Marshall, I wouldn't say he's young anymore. He should be somewhere in Europe, doing a lot of damage, creating a lot of damage in European leagues, wherever, but he's stuck same in the JPL, and we have to work with it. Devante Campbell, a very good young youth, at Mount Pleasant, he went away also Charlton, get some experience, but again, they're going to learn from, Kaim Dixon went to the Nations League, he wrapped in, a few appearances already for the Reggae Boys, so he have that little understanding, he went to play against the US and Panama, big stage in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, so where else can you do it, on a bigger stage in the US? Yeah, so you'd have that understanding, so again in Evo, Shaquan Davis, one of the most talented young goalkeeper in the league. So, and I'm the one that always said the third spot for the goalkeeper position should always go to our best young local player who is playing locally. Not all the time it's going to happen, but if it can happen, work with one of the young youth them, because I even remember I see a few clips, in that Nations League preparation when the players did in Texas, yeah, and the goalkeeper were practicing together. I think it was 3 of them. I think it was Jamal Wade, Blake, and Shaquan, and Shaquan Davis, and he made a few stops, and Andre Blake, walk over to him and position himself and just telling the youngster how to do it the proper way. So things like that can be really, really good for a youngster. You understand? So just being around the guys that, who have done it, who is at the highest level in the country that them are play, especially, look, you can't learn from a better man in a Jamaican team as a goalkeeper. Andre Blake, 3 times MLS goalkeeper of the year, someone that been around for like we say probably around a decade now, playing in the MLS at a high level, top goalkeeper every season. So, so yeah, a better man to learn from. But but when I really look, on the squad, the defenders top, Hector, Deshaun, Low, Dexter, all usual suspects, Gregory, all that back 5 that played in the US and Panama game, they're there. So why, some people are worried? I don't think you guys should be worried at all. Yeah. Someone said, King Robert said, we have 8 more players to come in. Don't worry. Look, I'm not worried. I am not worried at all. I'm very supportive from this team. Jackie Love TV said, "Do you know anything about the suspension situation?" Nah. I'm not going to go anything around that suspension. It is what it is. We are focused on the players them that have Grimson have picked. Yeah, that's what we're focusing on. The KC. Oh, you're talking about the KC. I have read a few things on it. Yeah, but what I got from the Coventry, I got that, still investigation is going on. So let's see what's going to happen, between those two players. But let's see. I'm not willing to comment much on it because look, the club already said it's already in the process. So I'm not diving into that. Let they do what they're doing. They are the best people for control. That I'm here to talk about the football. Here, I say, but yeah, bless up on that though. But the defenders straight up forward. The midfielders also. But the midfielders. This is what I want to see. You understand? Look, this is what I want to see. When you look on the let me see if I can get where's the squad. Alright, see that. So the midfielders, my favorite player in that midfield is K-Rai Anderson. And I'm not gonna start beat it until I see K-Rai Anderson I get in this Reggae Boy starting lineup. You get what I say? With the likes, what we just said about Casey, it's like an unsure thing. But with the likes of Kefan Lambert, DJ is not playing football for Stoke City. You get what I say? Bobby Reid, you probably only could say the only man in the midfield right now, in that midfield selection for the Reggae Boys is playing at his level. You get what I say? Is Bobby Reid. Who can really go alongside Kieran Anderson. You get what I say? So, I'm not going to stop beating. Kieran Anderson is the man for that midfield. Trust me. Kieran Anderson is the man. Sometime before I go to bed, nights after nights, I watch Kieran Anderson clips, trying to find, Charlton Athletic videos. And I'm watching it because it's just, it's Uno, it's hard to watch League One football, live. So you have to go back and watch some footage and stuff like that. And I just love the kid. I just love the kid, his energy. But what kind of really strike me doing is him leadership and how his coach really talk about him and how his young his academy coaches, talk about him. How he really grew up into that position and to be one of the leader in that central midfielder position, for his club team. It's just that, that this player have a very good mentality. And the interview that I post up, just listen to the youth. The youth have a very good knowledge of what he really want. And he know what it's going to take to be a pro and going to move to the next level, and that's massive. Not many youngsters at his age really understand what it's going to take at that age, to move to the next level. So I hope, we can really unleash the kid in these two games and hope we can unleash him to the public, because Copa America is, you would say, probably the third biggest continental tournament, or second, or the third overall. The World Cup, Euros, and then the Copa is there. So there's no other platform for him to really do it. You understand? There's no other platform is there to do it. And even speaking up to today, Charlton Athletic is not sure if K-Rai will be there next season. They're still not sure. Yeah, they're still not sure because, look, when you come on to those clubs in the lower division, the lower championship, it's all about selling your best young product and get some money for him and then redevelop, revamp your squad. So if the right price is there, which they said, they will allow him to move. But again, you don't want him to go to, some local squabbler team. You want him to go to some team that the team going to suit him. Just like how Omar Hutchinson leave Chelsea and loan and go to Ipswich, a very good squad, a very family-orientated club, well-run, organized structure, very good manager. Yeah, understand, to do his man management with the players. You want him to go into that, and I would love to see him make the next step. And the next step maybe is moving the championship if the right club is there, or look overseas, abroad. I just think this player have loads of potential, that he can be that midfielder where the Reggae Boys is really looking for energy, pace, the box to box. He can time his run into the box. Sometimes he gave me that little Frank Lampard off the ball movement. It's just his late timing running to the box. Sometimes he gave me that. Yeah, and maybe he can work a little bit more on the creative side of his game, which he said too, he's a little bit disappointed on his creative body of work, last season, but it will get better. It will get better. So, what he have shown, to me and probably to other people who are really looking at that talent, he's going to be great. 5 years from now, he's going to play at the top level. Yeah. So hope we can understand that. Jackie Love TV say Anderson is the man for the mission, but this lineup really miss Russell. Jesus Christ. Me don't know what really I go on with John Russell, Trust me, me don't know what really I go on with John Russell, Really don't know what really I go on with Jonathan Russell and the Reggae Boy camp. Is it Jonathan Russell is taking time off from the squad, or he's just get picking around? Okay, the coach is just overlooking. That's why I love, to hear a press conference and maybe someone can pick the coach mind and ask these questions. You get what I saying? Because Jonathan Russell, as much as people said, him slow around the pitch. Look, sometimes it's not all about speed. Sometimes it's not all about how you're slow. It's the IQ. And guess what? Me as a midfielder, it's me as a man that, love to play in the middle of the park. I know this for a fact as a baller. It's an IQ when it comes on to teaching youngsters to play the midfield. They have to born with that. You get what I say? They have to born with that extra IQ in them to play in that century. You don't just get up. I don't just find the average man out there that look, come play midfield. You don't find an average man going to do that. So you have to have that IQ. And I think Jonathan Russell have everything to be in that central midfield for the Reggae Boy. But again, I don't know. I really don't know what the coach is really looking. Is he getting overlooked from? I think the last game Mr. Jonathan Russell played was Jonathan Russell at the Gold Cup. Because the last game I remember Jonathan Russell played was, I think, that Mexico game, the Nations League. That was the last game I remember. But that if you guys, remember, what was the last game Jonathan Russell played? The last game I remember he played for the Reggae Boys was, in Mexico. I don't remember I seen him around for the Gold Cup. I know Lambert and Joel was a man that, and DJ did play that midfield position and also for the Nations League also. So I don't know. But not much, if Alex, but I'm really proud of young Adrian Jr. I'm really proud of him, But people, hold on it. There's something is bothering this connection. You know, look how difficult it is with this Wi-Fi. You know, sometimes, baby, I say sometimes when you live in the country, sometimes a damn thing happen. You get what I say? Sometimes a damn thing happen. Sometimes when you live in the country, you know, days like these, we just miss the New Year. You know, but I hope it really start back work back again because can't do this Wi-Fi thing. But look, you know, who the there are who just have found it, you know. Remember, don't forget to like, share and comment. You get what I say? You know, really appreciate everyone that's on the live right now. But then I was talking about, you know, the midfield about, you know, Adrian Reed, yeah? Very good player, you know, I love him. His dad must be proud of him, you know, Adrian Reed Senior. Yeah, I remember watching him father at Portmore at the centre back position, yeah. Just knowing that, look, a farmer reggae boy seeing his junior in Lucason, yeah, getting select for the World Cup qualifying squad must be delighted, must be glad, you know. And I watch, you know, Ruda Speed for an interview. Which part he needed? I think he was on I Am Sure Sports, and he said that the player might go back to play a Manning Cup, and that's really bother me. Like, why a player like Adrian Reed want to go back to play Manning Cup, schoolboy football? I don't get that. I don't get that. Why would young Adrian Reed would want to go back to play schoolboy football? I don't get that. I don't see how that is possible, young man. You know, you want to play at the highest level. You get what I say? You know, you play Manning Cup last season, you should bypass that, man. Let's go and play some Premier League football. Try to see if I can get that move overseas, abroad. But maybe you just don't know if the player, you know, academic, you know, you want to be there. But not every youth, you know, want to move on to be a professional at such a young age. You know, they want to have that little backup in their life. Yeah. So they can rely upon that, you know, after their career. But, you know, but the midfield is straight up forward, you know, but unleash Kara Anderson, unleash the youngster. Yeah, I mean, I say unleash the man. But when we really look on the forward, you know, the most experienced Boza and Nicholson, Boza and Mikel should get the job done. No way they can't get this job done against Dan Rep and Dominica. Yeah, so hope they can get the job done. But the coach though, I've talked about something that really want to touch upon. Yeah, John Wall have said something about the National Academy that happening in Jamaica, and I don't really hear much things talk about youth development in Jamaica. You know, he have said that the National Academy is from, I think, around 12 to around 16, yeah, and he's not trying to get in the way of the schoolboy system, so, you know, he have it from 12 to 16. The academy, I think, the National Academy in France, I think, is from 13 to 16. You know, it was one time, it was 16 to around 19, but they dropped it a little bit lower. Yeah, but the man said 3 months of football can't develop the youth them. You know, much time ever come here and say that, say, yo, the youth them need to play consistently, right around the clock, you know. 9-10 months worth of football for the calendar year, you know, the man them fair play. You know, but I have something that I want to play. I have something that I want to play. Before we go any further, just listen this conversation. You know, this is on CBS. Yeah, this was on CBS, the Kicking It podcast, you know, with Thierry Henry, the legend, talk about how Clairefontaine, which is, you know, the home of French football, the HQ of French football, you know, and this is what, you know, Thierry Henry have to say. So just listen to this.
People forget one of the most important things. When I went to Clairefontaine, obviously. No, not obviously. At the very beginning, it was 16 to 19. Okay, then they went, no, we need to train our kids earlier. So 13 to 16. Okay, technique, understanding space, left foot, right foot. So already when I arrived at 16 years old, I've been training every day. Not 3 times a week, every day, with the ball. Okay? And the aim of Clairefontaine was how many players are going to play in the national team. Not how many we're going to sell, how many of them are going to play in the national team. So if you aim high, you can only fall after that, right? If you aim at how many of them is going to be professional or whatever, obviously, understand me well, you have to be good at school and all the things around that. But it was about how many players are going to play for the national team. That's the only business. That's the only. What do you want? You want your national team to do well. You're telling me in the US, if you take kids from 13 to 16, the best, following a good coach with a good brain, at a young age, repeating skills, understanding space, not going in the gym. Who goes in the gym when you're 13? You don't need to go in the gym when you're 13. You don't have a body yet. Repeating left foot, right foot, understanding space, when to play the ball, when not to play the ball. Repeat for 3 years. You tell me those guys are going to be dumb?
No, I mean, you put your son in a system whereby... Go on, sorry.
No, I have my son in the system, and now looking at my oldest son is in a situation where it's not pay to play. He's with the Charlotte FC Academy, you know what I mean? But like what he's saying, it's going out and you get out the dirt. You get the answers out the dirt. You got to go put in the work. You got to work on both feet. You got to be in certain situations, understanding when you shoot on the goal, you're not just shooting as hard as you can. You're placing the ball into the corner. You're using both feet. You're being able to look at the goalie where he's at and be able to place the ball. Being smart, how to have a good first touch gives you more time and space. Like you have to if you were able to teach that to the youth, then it starts that you're able to do it at a quicker pace and think faster. No, but it's funny that you're saying that because I give you the name of my coach, Joaquim Francisco Filho. Like I give you the name, you don't even know. It doesn't ring a bell, right? Because nobody knows him.
This is the academy coach.
Yeah, and this is the guy that should be known more than any other coach I know. And I love Pep, as you know, whatever. But this the guy, Joaquim Francisco Filho. And I think I told you some stories. Like, you believe it now, yeah, you will believe that. But all I had when I was young is I was fast. I swear. That's all I had. And I needed 20 1v1 with the goalkeeper to score. No joke, 20. Easy. Sounds like Charlie.
So you see, these are the thing, when we talk about development and all of that, and talk about how the JFF can help development in the country, a lot of people come and tell me, say, yo, the national team and for development and this and that. We not tell us, yo, for truly youth them in a senior team and develop them. You get what I say? There's a system, there's a structure, and time has come now where the JFF need a football HQ. See Trinidad there? Trinidad have football, where they call it, whatever. See Trinidad build for them on there. See England build St. George's Park. Brazil have for them home of football. You get what I say? So it will come to a time where that little thing where them have up where them call it Orisboro Center. If them say at the HQ are home of football at this moment, you can turn around and come back again. Because the thing what the man say, it's the know-how. You get what I say? It's the know-how. And I think I should have played the other clip. That connect with this. Let me just play this clip. Let me find it real quick because
we were at dinner the other day and we were talking about the pay-to-play system and Clint was kind of breaking that down for me. You're kind of talking about the system that develops youth, right? Do you look at that and think that that's a problem in this country in America?
Big time, massive. I understand how the MLS works. Let me rephrase that. Sometimes I do understand how the MLS works. That's another subject for another day. But look, you had Jean-Marc Guillou did it in Ivory Coast. I forgot the name of the guy that did it in Mali. That generation that you saw, the Ivorians, all came out. You know, the Aruna Dendane, the Kader Keita, the Touré brothers, Zokora. I'm not going to name them all because it's a guy, he went to Ivory Coast and he opened an academy. Jean-Marc Guillou, and he said that the best players can come here, we're going to scout them. Then generation of 20, I think it lasted for 4 years. All those guys became professional. Suddenly, it's so weird. The best train with the best, with a guy with a brain, and you can't tell me that some countries don't have the possibility to do that. Yes, you do. That's just the will of wanting to. Those guys ended up winning the African Cup of Nations. Yeah, Touré is one of the best players you've seen in the Premier League. Kolo Touré won stayed unbeaten with us and won the league after with Man City. Nearly won it with Liverpool. I mean, we can that generation. Boom, stop. He left. Academy stopped. So it's just an example of if you want, with the right person, with the right attitude, with the right commitment, with everything, you can. Now, why people don't want to do it, I actually don't know, but it is doable. I'm sorry.
You see, that's the thing where we are talking about, like, look, you see when you come from a country like Jamaica, certain African countries, like you said, Mali, when you come from some poor class country, where the infrastructure is not really good in terms of the clubs, because the clubs are going to have most of the ownership, and development on these youngsters. But when you really look at it, man, the footballing government body, which is the federation for each country, once the infrastructure is poor, it's down to them and also the government. Not the government going to interfere with the federation, but the government going to build on these things, because the government can't go mix business, they know that politics thing and FIFA. But at least the government can work with the club them and work on the national infrastructure around the country. You get me? I say, and when they really look at cricket, look at the Chilean stadium where they claim to them build. Look at Mobile Stadium where they just refurbish the field. Them kind of fix the field now. Look how long it take. You get me? I say, Sabina Park is not the best when it comes down to infrastructure around the Caribbean in terms of when football played it or cricket. The National Stadium, see them have problem with the light from 1997. No more light installed. It's like nobody ever really business about that. Cavalier get fined about them say what, 10,000 US. That game played from February 22nd. How much weeks ago that game played? You get me? I said that game played so many weeks ago, and it's just the way of how we do things back home. You get me? I said, but why we really play this? Just to highlight some of the people who having that understanding or narrative about the federation is not a part of development for the youth them. Everybody is a part of development for the youth them. So, so even the same thing that Coach Amy of Grimston spoke about, that the database, the database of the national team and the youth teams. Like when the man them say them come in, and me I wonder if Tapa Whitmore did have a data system where my work off. Even though him know the players and but you must have a data system to keep track. And the federation must probably have somebody who keep updating these numbers, these statistics, the clubs and where the youngsters, are go. You get what I say? So, I don't know, but it bad for me. For say a coach John Wall and Al Grimson come in and then fix the data thing. The man them say them fix it, and not just fix it for them own sake. Them fix it for the club, for the future coaches. John Wall him saying fix it for the youth program. You get what I say? So I don't know. This is why development of stagnant in Jamaica. This is why if a youth like young Adrian Reed Jr., you get what I say? don't leave the country as soon as possible. It's just not going to work for him. Because not everyone just going to get a contract like that out of the country. It's very weird that players, you have a Shaman Nicholson or a Cephas that's played, in the Jamaican Premier League and, go on to extend their career in Europe. You get me? As a Cephas played in all 3 formats of European tournaments so far. You get me? As a so we have to work on that. We have to work on that. Development is very, very important. Very important to the country. And if we can work, the man said, the knowledge, it's not just to sell players. Clairefonte is not for sell players. Clairefonte is to produce the next set of gems them in the national team. Yeah. So I don't know if we now look at the bigger heads them and the bigger country them around the world and look at how they doing things. Brazil have something similar of what they do. Whenever it's if the player is not in a first team, yeah. Once he's not in the first team, the best youngsters around the world at home of football at Brazil at some point around the year getting their development, learning the craft, to become a professional, not just to sell the player, but to produce for the national team. So them things are really have to get sorted out. Trust me, them things are really have to get sorted out. That's why we always feel at the youth level. That's why we always feel. That's how we feel miserable. We have one of some people would say, we have one of the best high school football program in the world, or in the Caribbean, or in North America. Yeah, but how much youth tournaments we went to over the years? The last I remember, if anybody can tell me, I know 2011 was the last. 2011 was the last at Mexico, the U17, and I know the U20 went to a under 20 World Cup. I think it was in Argentina. I think it was 2001. Was it 2000? Somewhere right there. Yeah, in the early 2000s. So when we don't go with the powerhouse of high school football, that for sure say high school football is not there as yet. And it's good to the country. Yeah, it brings you a lot of youths, but what next after Monaco? And I just feel like when a player is at 18, 19, he should be looking to leave the country. He should be looking to leave the country at that age. If you still around Jamaica, I would say 20, 21, 22, still looking for a contract, it's very unlikely that you're going to be successful. It's very unlikely you're going to be successful. Get a move on to get a good career out of your football career. So we have to do things really better in the country. We have to do things really better. The JFF have to find ways. The government, Oliver Babsy Greens have to find ways of dealing with infrastructure for sports in Jamaica. Yeah, the field they need to fix. Everything need to work on. But yeah, people, World Cup time. See if. Yeah, but World Cup time, let's see, but one thing that I was probably expecting Team Eve also to be having a training camp way sooner. Honduras, have been training for the last 3 days. Guatemala, they have been training for the last couple of days. But as I said, hope everything can get smooth sailing over the weekend. Hope all the players who outside of Jamaica can get in the country and start to get on board and getting prepared for this Dominican team, because it's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a battle at the office. Should get the job done, but it's going to be a battle, and hope we can really, really get over that line. But yeah, I have said a few pieces that I wanted to say. Again, if you're new, if you just try up, remember to like the video. But I have said my pieces on what I want to say, but that development of that's one of the key things though. What I really wanted to push out there, you know, of what Thierry Henry have said about Clairefontaine in France. And if Jamaica can have something like that, like most of the national base teams have them HQ, you know, seems like getting let me take this card. Hello? Yeah, man.
Yeah, which office is that? We're not in an office, man.
It's national still in the Independence Park.
We're not in an office, we have a little house.
Have a
So we're going to go stay.
Chacha.
The coach I try to get to our office. Come and try to build a program on it, build a data program, and then we want to build a foundation. You understand? Nobody know how to work with that. Everybody just want to know what the team about, who you pick. That alone can carry a team and make a team great for the World Cup. You understand? This is just my 2 cents I put tonight, you know.
Yeah.
Because some you understand what I say?
Yeah.
If we don't build a foundation from the root come up, and that's what the coach are trying to instill right now. But nobody know spend the money. Because I have to spend from field, from the 12-year-old, come straight up.
Yeah.
And I'm spend the money. So that's the thing right now. But everybody just need to go to World Cup and believe they can go to World Cup. Believe alone can't care to this thing, you know. You have to put in work to accomplish a mission. Put in work. Now believe. You understand?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a foundation. We don't have a football foundation. Young guys say we have an office. But we don't have an office.
So we have a house.
The house, that man.
Yeah.
Someone put the player there.
Yeah.
No office.
Development really need to start from around 10 to around 16 in the country.
Yeah, straight up, man.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's whatever system the national team have there on, and the same program the under 16, the under 12, the 12-year-old are playing on. You understand?
Yeah.
So they come up to the same ranks there and reach national playing the same level of football. And that's what this coach has, man, I want pressure. Man, pressure from people want to know the team, want the team to go to World Cup. And nobody stop to listen that this man is trying to build a foundation.
Why?
You understand? Because him alone, when the next coach come, he's going to have the same problem with what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So, that's just my 2 cents on the card of the team. You know.
Alright.
I mean, I really comment much for sports, I'm just listening. I think they never talk about people name not talk about. So, I might have 2 cents on the team a while ago for the nation. We need to learn football. The fans them need to learn football.
Yeah.
To play them on have a
You know what's there? I think yesterday or day before yesterday, me I listen the Oral Tracy radio and him sound like an elder, but you know, cause you know, I think he's an elder, and the man say him can't bother with the whole heap of Google Zella, we can't bother with the whole heap of nice stadium, he just want to come and watch football. Which part in the world him hear them something they go on?
No man, the football I was quiet. Football I was quiet, you know.
Yo, the man.
You understand? See a few sports you watch quiet, you know. You say lawn tennis, you have to be quiet when you serve, you know,
And golf.
Sports you be quiet.
And golf.
And a few more. But in football, if you have a quiet sports, you cannot have a quiet sports in football. You have to cheer, you have to rail, you have to jump, you have to disappoint and sit on back. You have to rail up as if the world have happened again, you have to go back and sit on. That's football, you can't quiet.
No man, you can't. At time now for develop that atmosphere, you know, in the national stadium.
You see the atmosphere comes through music, you know.
Yeah.
That's why the English league them give the music to the fans. We may not hear most of the words that it has said to the speaker when we get to the TV. But other speaker in the stadium can make you hear the song what they are singing.
Yeah.
And we develop songs where they develop songs like Like some like a son of a squad of develop them and motivate the player. Motivation that
Yeah,
the
man.
song ever play, but the fans ever sing in the stadium, but that just sing in the stadium only to support the team. And when the team hear that song, you know the rhythm of the beat off of. You understand? Too much of this, good, nothing to score a goal, you know. I need to play that, you know. I'm telling you, I'm the footballer. I don't go and cheer the footballer score.
Yeah, okay. Or if a man do a little step over or something.
We need our song. We need our something where since we just have started, we never agree for the rest of the world clubs. Them. We need songs where we issue out something where people can get these things online to know the type of song. You understand? You have songs with victory. You have songs to motivate the players and to know that this song is to never give up. Fight. So whenever we draw a certain song in the stadium and at the moment that the players where they might play or how they might play, and you need them to lift up more. We draw a certain song when fans start singing, everybody's supposed to know it because everybody uses the internet.
Yeah.
Everything is all the time like them know.
One thing.
That's how we have to use other musical things in our football culture.
One thing.
You can't just want to reach club or goal score.
You know, where I want to develop in a Jamaica when it comes on to football, a game, not just the scene, not just the Reggae Boys, but club football. We need a booklet with a program. We need a program. No, not saying. No, but I think we need a match program. So certain things advertised in the match program. So you say if you buy, I don't know how it work. I don't know how it work in England, but
when you start drafting songs where every fans more, the country more, but they did football, the fans really football more. It's all the things we have to come in. You understand? So you involve the fans and the player then to coordinate as one. So the fans are going to be like a drum beat to the players then. So when the drum starts to roll and beat, they know the beat is rolling. You understand? These are good things can be done. We never used to do it. We have got some the fans them to support the player them in the car. The player them look for the support, but how we build the support? Nobody not telling about that, but that's how now they can say this part. We have to build the support to the fans and the player them through these things. You understand? You can't just tell them how they come on the stadium, come through the stadium and just cheer for your team. What connection you have?
Yeah.
You have to watch a match. We need connection. So we need songs, we need some little thing because the English clubs they use these things from the creation of the football. Because it's part of get the player then to know what the people need and what they might look for. And them connect as one.
Yeah, man. Alright. Respect for the input.
We need all them today. Yeah, man. Bless up.
Yeah. Yeah, man, people. We have a close out now, cause soon night, I know, get some stuff done on the road. I come back in before the time get dust up. But people, respect, for everyone up on the live stream. You get me? I say respect for everyone up on the live stream. The internet box, I'm shaking idea. I don't really know what really about. But yeah, I'm going to zone out right now, people.